Hey Alex,
Andrea.
how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I feel like a deja vu, but
I know, right?
with different different positions.
Exactly. The tables have turned.
How was your holidays?
Holidays, they were good. They were very relaxing. I went back to Montreal and then to New York. Saw family and got to spend some time just relaxing and taking it easy, which was nice. It sort of recharged the batteries a bit. So then I came back here for New Year's and had a nice couple weeks here and a few days in Germany and all good stuff. Yeah.
Relaxing 4 weeks is too much.
I know it is a long time.
I don't know even anymore if I can study anymore.
I know. It was hard to get back into the mindset, like to the mode of school. Like it took a little.
No, I'm still not in that mindset. Let me see. So, what did we want to talk about?
Yeah, it's a good question. We were just doing an exercise before with Shirley, and we kind of got on the subject of sort of career and sort of mapping out the rest of the time in school. And it kind of has me thinking a bit that I'm sort of in the same boat as Shirley and probably a lot of other people, that I'm not exactly 100% sure what my goal is, or what kind of job am I aiming for, what sort of career I'm aiming for. I feel like I know that I want to be in Europe at least, if not London or the UK. But in terms of the job, in terms of what companies to target and stuff, I feel like that's still a big distance away. I feel like I don't have a clear picture on that yet. And where Shirley, she thinks very well and she likes to think about the future, and I love that about her. That's great. That's not the way I'm wired. I generally don't think about things until they're sort of right in front of me. So like, I'm not worried because of that, but I feel like I should be worried. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I should be like, there should be a fire under me right now that like, oh, I got to figure this out soon. You know? So if that's a problem, I guess that's the issue to talk about. But it's something in there. I don't know.
Something like there is always good and bad, on being worried. Like nothing is everything too much is starts to get bad, but you need that little bit, because if you don't, like,
it keeps you sharp, right?
If you don't, you're gonna arrive in a situation on the deadline, or when it's maybe too late.
Yeah.
But how you feel like I don't know, we're doing like this on 3 people, but like do you see more like comparing only to one person, or do you think you're also comparing to more people in our cohort that maybe are doing something different?
Yeah, that's a fair question. I feel like a lot of people are organized and sort of have their goals and sort of their objectives clearly defined. That may be wrong. I don't know. It's just sort of the impression I get. I feel like a lot of people are on the ball. So I feel like maybe I'm behind, or maybe I'm in the minority. But I'm not comparing myself to other people directly, because I sort of have a unique background compared to the other classmates, and sort of I'm probably looking for other types of jobs than they are. But I guess the part that bothers me is that I don't know what I'm applying for. So I don't know. Like working with Shirley, she was like, she kind of got it down to an issue, and for me, I feel like I have a bunch of skills. I'm sort of well-rounded in that sense, but I don't have like the one thing that I need to that I'm super passionate to go tackle right now. So I'm flexible, that I could apply for lots of different jobs, but I feel like if you're clear about what you want, it's maybe easier to find those companies and to sort of target something. So I'm not sure how to target it down right now, because I'm sort of open to lots of different things, you know. And I don't know where exactly to sort that out. Like I've had one meeting with the career services, and they were good, and we talked about resumes and some stuff, and have to have a follow up with them soon, so that's on my to-do list. But I feel like they ask the same questions that we're talking about now, and they're like, okay, so your resume looks nice. What do you want to do? And then I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what the answer is there. So.
Oh yeah, I think one thing that is good, like having another follow up. I think with the career service, especially like they on Monday when we had the networking event.
Yeah.
They also said like if you don't know where you want to go to them, and they will find something that you are good at or you want to do.
Sure.
But also, do you think like it's maybe something that you how can I put this in words, like you have a lot of things, maybe you need to like take advantage also of the classes, maybe to find out like start narrowing down in a way, so like with the classes and everything, like for example accounting that we have on module A, if you like it or not, so like to start like creating a road that will connect all these subjects that you might like, or without the ones that you don't really enjoy.
Yeah, you can always, I feel like I can always tell you some things that I don't want to do, but not necessarily what I do want to do. So, like accounting is a good example. Like, I think people who like that are great, and that's fine for them, but that's totally not my passion. That's not where I want to go, and we're on tape, so it's
just
you can quote me on that. But I mean, that being said, like I do try to take advantage of, trying to engage with the finance classes and with the accounting classes here, and trying to at least better myself in that, to try to be better at it. But I know for sure that's not what I want to do. I'm not going to be a CPA. I'm not going to go into, hardcore finance, whatever. That doesn't appeal to me. So there's some things like that I can rule out. But I feel also that like management is so broad that you could be a manager in lots of different contexts, and I'm not sure, like, we have to choose our electives soon for D&E, modules D&E, and I wasn't exactly sure which ones to take, because I'm like, oh, these could be interesting, but they're not focused on any one thing. Some are finance classes, some are strategy, some are ops, some are whatever. So, do I just sort of cherry pick, or do I really say, okay, no, I need to load up on only strategy classes and then market myself as a strategy guy somewhere, because I feel like the industry is maybe a little bit easier. Like I have a law background and sort of an IT background, so I could very easily go back into one of those fields, but I could end up somewhere totally different too. But in terms of what type of manager I am, or what, where I see myself managing, that's maybe where the stumbling block is right now, or where the roadblock is. So, I mean, talking to the career guys is a good start, I think, but I'm not sure what else I could be doing. Like, I feel like some classmates, like, again, Shirley, like, some classmates, like, they're doing other projects on the side, or they're taking, like, a diploma class online or something, because they sort of know what they want to go into, and I'm like, yeah, I probably should be doing something like that. I don't know what, but it probably is a good idea to take on some of that stuff now and to sort of, try to maximize my time. So it's a little foggy. I don't know exactly where to go from here to that. Not that you have all the answers. I know we're all sort of figuring it out, but that's just kind of where my head's at.
To be honest, like trying to think of something like that can help you, like or even a question like that. I think like I can relate to that in some of the ways, even though like I have a dream job that I want to, so I was fortunate enough like to have something that I hope will work out.
Yeah, something to aim for.
Yeah,
that's great.
Well, like another thing that I thought about it was a lot. One thing that I can ask if, like, with your experience, there is, do you want to change it, like your industry, or you want to? Because, for instance, for myself, I kept
Yeah.
my background in statistics, but I focus more in a particular area.
Okay.
When before I was more randomly. I don't know if you want to continue with some of yours,
Yeah.
or you want to just throw away, not throw away, but like having
Yeah, to
a
sort of
change.
totally change. Yeah. I sort of asked myself this question, and I guess the best answer I have at the moment is that I don't mind going back to the fields I came from. I spent more time in IT, so really technology is where my background would be. But even if I don't, I would be sort of okay with that because I find that whatever jobs I go to, I take the skills that I had before and I sort of apply them in a new way. So even if I find myself in a role that has nothing to do with computers, it still will have something to do with computers. I still will be somehow involved with that. So I'm not married to I have to be in hardcore IT anymore. But if I go back there, that's okay. So it just makes it tricky for when you're doing your elevator pitch and you're trying to market yourself. If you can say like, well, I come from an IT background, but I'm open to whatever. It's hard to it's sort of hard to define that. So I mean, other brainstorming or other activities to try. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, the career people, I guess, are the ones to talk to. I don't
But
know.
have you considered also talking with someone else, like outside, like somebody that
Outside of Halt?
outside of Hold,
Yeah.
and especially the people that work in different areas.
Yeah.
They have different jobs, have different see all about like what they do.
Okay. Yeah. I have a couple of family members maybe I could talk to. I have an uncle who was the CEO of a bank for a long time, so I could talk to him. Maybe my brother-in-law, he just did his MBA a few years ago. They both sort of, when I said I was doing the MBA, they were both sort of like happy, but sort of like didn't tell me like, oh, that's great, you have to study this. They were kind of like, go for it and good luck, but they didn't sort of force me, or not force me, but didn't sort of like strongly suggest I do something, right? Which is good, I guess. It sort of leaves you free to make your own choices, right? But maybe it'd be good to talk to them and see, like, given where I am now, given now that I've had a few months of school under my belt, like to know maybe what somebody in the working world then thinks is important, right? Because like I had the opportunity to go and teach university for a little while after while I was working, and when I started teaching, I was like, oh, what the textbook says is the way to do stuff is not the way you do things in real life. So I was telling the students, like, look, I'll tell you the textbook way, but I'm also going to show you the real way it's done. You sort of get that real world. I guess that's what I'm missing, is sort of like that real world, sort of practical manager advice, So maybe those guys will help with it. That's a good point.
So like this could help you also understand, like talking with maybe not relatives, or talking with people like, for example, financing guys, managers, CEOs, people that work in areas, and help you see if you like to pursue the same career as they are doing, or is something that is they're gonna tell, I'm working like a slave, and not for me. In a little box with a computer and everything, with no communication. Maybe it's not for you. You would rather be with
you need
more
some
people.
input, sure. Definitely on the people side. I mean, that's something like I sort of know, like you were saying about like dream jobs and all. Like I know that I have certain there's certain like characteristics of whatever I do that have to be there, and so like especially coming from technology, I'm not a pure tech guy. I need that interaction between people and technology because I'm better on the people side. I'm good at the tech and I can translate, but I'm not the guy who codes in his basement every weekend. So there needs to be some kind of balance there. I don't know. I was just thinking too, maybe like to talk to. Maybe friends at Holt or something, if they have relatives that also are in the business world. I'm thinking like Kelsey's dad is in the IT business in his company, so like maybe somebody like that would be worth talking to, or maybe Holt has some alumni that in similar backgrounds. Because I mean, like I guess it's okay if like you come out of school and you go back into something familiar until you sort of gain experience managing before you go somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think
career people would help with that.
Yeah, for sure. What's the idea of what can I hurt you? It's gonna help you in some way.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do anything for you, but at least you will try.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll make a point I'll make the next career services appointment with them to reach out to some of these relatives and stuff and get a dialogue going and see what they say.
I think giving an opinion like I think every little thing can help you with this decision.
Yeah.
Like for one example is when I was a child, I knew I was not gonna be an architect because I draw like really bad.
Right.
Something like every single thing that can help you. Like I think having a better idea.
Okay.
And of course, like it's not something that you need to only focus on one thing. You can be more vague on it. You can, and it's the worst thing that can happen. You're not gonna like as much that job. You can change it.
Yeah.
It's not something that you need. It's not a choice that you need to make, and that's it for the rest of your life.
No, it's true. It's just if you want to stay, you need to sort out the visa and all that stuff. So like,
there is something that is like already that you know how you want to stay in Europe.
Yeah.
There are some people that are not even that. They know they want where they want to go.
Right. Yeah. So that's already a good start. At least I know
consider this like
area.
There are three things like they say: geography, industry, and what was the other first? What was the first?
Geography, industry.
So we are remembering
Function. Yeah.
function.
Okay.
You're one.
Yeah, job. Yeah, sure.
You're one and done.
Yeah. 33% there. Yeah. Okay.
So you're not behind.
All right. Not terrible. That's a good start. Okay. All right. Thank you.